Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I still have a mustache. Maha. Can't quite get the top hat and monocle thing to work properly with the model. It doesn't stick properly. But I'm going to keep the tash a little bit. Naha, jolly good. What ho? Oh yes, jolly good. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day today. Gary, hello, good evening. Today is Timberborn Day. We are going to continue with our playthrough on the Waterfalls map. And we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm going to do something. Well, we're currently moving the river, aren't we? Excuse me. So that's our plan. Move the river. That sounds simple enough, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the idea. Maha. Okay. Let's go and give this a try. I really need to figure out a way to have my model zoom from here, where I have it normally, to here. When I change scenes, that would be nice to do. Probably a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out yet. So we are in cycle 21. This is day 16. Everything is awesome. We have lots of explosives coming along, which is nice. We have plenty of metal blocks and scrap and planks and logs, and everything is really good and wonderful. We have no power running yet. That's fine. We are building the mine. Made me invisible. How dare you? We are building the mine, so we're building the stuff here to do the things here, and then this will be converted. It will be converted. Yes. So we'll put like dirt in front of this, and then the water will just churn along here. I have realised that this should be lower because the water is going to actually pour up in here and over the top. So this should have all actually been 2 tiles down. But I'm not doing that now because that's... no, we're not doing that now. So yeah, so we'll seal this off with levees probably along there. So the levees will be along here like this and like that. And then we can remove all this around here. And yeah. Awesome. That'll be the plan. Okay, then we can block this in here as well. And the water can just come up and run along. And there can be a lot of fun. We still need to do all of this here. It's too far from district and can't be built, which is kind of annoying. I would very much like to lower that down. In fact, I would like to pause these ones here. I couldn't get the hat and monocle to work properly with the model. So I can get them to show, but I can't get them with the model. The tash is also a bit weird, let's be honest here. It doesn't fit properly, but also doesn't fit my tone of speech as well at all. But we'll leave it for a little bit. It's a fun little thing. We'll leave it for a bit, but yeah, I don't know what direction I want to go with changing the model, because I was thinking of trying to get a different suit done and have the suit be colorable by chat. So I'd be in a suit of whatever color, and then you can redeem rings on Twitch or on YouTube and change the suit color. I was thinking of doing that, but I don't know whether that would work or not. Some knuckles, some U-turn pink. Yeah, you could make the pink, and I'd do it like I'd make it more expensive. So it might be like 1,000 or maybe 2,000 rings, but I'd make it last a minimum of 10 minutes, something like that. It'd be, yeah, it would just stay on whatever color it's on, but you can only redeem it once every 10 minutes. So whatever color someone leaves it on is the color it's on. So yep, that'd go there. I'd probably try, I don't know what sort of suit I'd get for that, but I like the one that Clyde wears in The Crust, that he wears, the white suit. Something like that design, maybe, gone there. But I also wouldn't mind getting some other sort of things done. Like I wouldn't mind getting a thing. I don't really think I want to go with the whole. Let's get a proper, like a tuxedo, top and tails with the top hat and have the tash and monocle and even like a cane or something. Be like, yes, wonderful spiffing hedgehog. I don't think I want to go down that route. Mainly because I would have to try and put on a voice to be a lot more tough style, and I don't really want to do that. I'd much rather have something a bit more, yeah. Also might make my head a little bit smaller as well. Okay, so our mine is running. That is good. So we have two areas of torture now. Well, we have one area of torture actually. Oh, of course, we have no dirt, do we? So we can't build this because we have no dirt. Yeah, I'm not a posh. Oh no, we got dirt here. There, so we have two things. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really a posh hedgehog, so I don't think it would work. You know, it's a fun kind of thing. But no, not really. I feel like just having a suit that could change colour would be quite cool. Because there is a thing in VTube Studio, they just mentioned the whole people sometimes use it for hair on their characters. You can change the colour of their hair. So I'd probably do that with a dedicated suit designed for that. Right. How many do these use when they're running? So they use 1 an hour. So we do 1, 2, 3. We need 4 an hour. You currently produce 5 every 2 hours. We're not actually producing enough scrap, aren't we? But what I want to do is I want to measure the scrap metal and turn this on and off, depending on our scrap metal. So let's do that. Let's get some more of these guys in, shall we? So we'll put the memory up here for this one. I think that will make sense. So let's run a road along here. But we probably want to get across here at some point for something. Let's put in doop and a memory. Oop. This will be for scrap metal. It's going to be set to above 90 degrees. Copy and paste the settings there. This will be for under 50. Oop. And then scrap high. Scrap low. Scrap memory, Scarpa memory, scrap memory, and then you will be, you turn on at scrap low, you reset at scrap high, and then you will be automated by that. So you're currently off because both of these are off because we're at 53%. So that turns that off. That saves 27 beavers doing nothing now, which is kind of a waste, but hey ho, that's just how it's going to go. Can't do much about that. Probably want to get one for this guy as well, don't we? But I can't do that because I don't think I can get any space in here to do that. So I'm going to wait for the drought to finish. That would be nice. Don't build those. Right. Okay. So you have enabled because we're low on treated planks. Yes, so treated planks is still running. Okay. If you have no water coming in, that's also okay. Did I want to change the water reservoir as well? That was something as well. Did I want to make this bigger here? Because if I do, I kind of want to get down here and do it during a drought. It's a bit late now. I want to get down here during a drought when the bad tide isn't coming. I could also do with capping this source off so we could choose to open and close them as and when we wanted to. Right. I want to copy this guy. No, I want to copy the whole thing. Oop. Put him over here. But I'm going to change your settings to your threshold is going to be basically dried out. Okay. And you are all going to be automated to that guy. Yeah. Drown hedgehog? But why? But why would you do such a thing? Let's can we build up here as well? Build a spiral staircase up here. Nice, there we go. So our beavers can go up there as well. Cool. Okay. These also want to be enabled based on the bad water as well, don't we? But we have enough spare beavers. I don't really need to worry about that for the moment. That's going to be fine. Okay. Our protocol is this. So we can get rid of all this here now. We don't need that. Then we can set the explosives here like this. And I could probably close these for a moment. We'll leave it for a minute. We'll leave it for a minute. The beavers are still building stuff and doing the things here, so this is almost done. We just need some more dirt to get this done. And it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Ow. I've got to unfortunately, I think I've said this before to you, but I am terrible for biting my nails to the point where I make them hurt. I make them bleed. And then, as they're healing, the skin grows. This very nice for you tonight. But the skin grows under, or the skin grows in the way of where the nail's growing back, and it causes pain, causes pressure. So I have to, I have little, actually they're modelling clippers for cutting out little Warhammer models. I have some of those which I can actually cut away to release the pressure, which and I do it a lot, and I do it over and over and over, and have done it for ages, forever. I think there's pictures of me biting my nails when I was like 6 or 7 years old. So yeah, so just thought I'd let you know that. I sort of randomly let you know that. But yeah, so that's I sometimes would just hear me sort of look down, and I'd be like, "Ow, what's that? That is my finger. That is where I've pushed my tap my finger, and the pressure is built up on it, and now my finger is extremely hot, which is what happens when you deal with stuff around your nails. It makes the ends of your fingers very, very hot. All the blood rushes to it. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, hurry up and build this. We can't do it because we don't have enough dirt. We don't have enough dirt because we just don't have enough dirt. So, yeah. You guys are still doing the scrap here. We'll stop you in a moment. That's fine. I could probably do with, as I said, cutting this out here so that we can work down here if we need to. Like we can cut the power off should we need to. I also want to redirect this. Like I want to run this like directly that way and then turn it this way so we can make the power line longer. The power line could connect to this here, be 3 wide here. Let's see if we can't do that. So what if I built across there? Go down to there. Let's see if we can't do something like this. So let's do that. So that wants to be 3 wide. This is obviously wider here. So we want to go there. I can't get in there to do anything with explosives. So let's take out that and that. Let's put a double one there. That'll be a double one there and a single one there. And there'll be triples there. And then we have to get up and do whatever up there. Too far from a district and can't be built. Why is it too far from a district? Oh, because you're building from this side too. Yeah. So that's where I'd want this one to come out of it, come out along here. We'd have to build up here. No, I want to build on top of that. So boop, boop. Ladder, 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 ladder. Yeah, like that. Nip. And then nip. Here's the same thing. We want to have like triples up there. We want to have double there, doubles in there, which means we then need to run down here. Okay, and that would be down to the same height you're on. So that would come along, and then it would drop down by 3 to come along to here. So we'd have to do something to make sure the bad tide doesn't overflow. Got to be careful when dealing with all the bad tide because obviously beavers can get sick. We don't want to do that. A building is unstaffed. How is a building unstaffed? Oh yes, I forgot about you. Let's pause you so we don't get that unstaffed building anymore. There's paradise up on the hill. How nice. Wonderful paradise. Right, is this finished? Is this done now? Are we good? Are we good? I can't build the path there. Oh no, I can't build the path there, can I? We need to move this. Don't we? Yes. Let's delete that. Can I put it up there? That can connect to that one. So let's do that.
Where's the kaboom?
Where's the kaboom?
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Where's the earth-shattering kaboom?
Hello there.
There's the earth-shattering kaboom. Hello there, good evening. I hope you are having a good day today, Kaboom, and that everything is wonderful in your world. Right, I think this is ready. I think this is ready to go. She's ready to go. Shouted from the rooftops. Right. In that case, let's blow this up. Bop. Bop, 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 bop. Let's levy in here. Path along here. unpause these. And then let's remove all of this. What's this? Unhealthy workers. That doesn't do anything. So let's get rid of these. We don't need these up here anymore. Let the water out. Go. Meow. Timber took a break, finished the wonder. Nice. Nothing to do in range. That's all right. We don't need that anymore. Cool. Release to them. Orcs gonna hate me? Well, no. The Orcs will love me. Yeah, I should be able to pick up all that scrap there. He just said us blop blop blop. What's wrong, Orcs? Can't swim? Come on, where are you all? What are you doing? We've got loads of builders. What are you doing? I'm probably building up here. Yeah. What could we do? Right, well, we just need to do that one, and then we can blow this all up here. That'd be cool. Well, so but it'd be fine if we flood the wood. It's instant swimming lessons. Survival of the fittest. Don't orcs love that sort of thing? Aren't they all about you know, survival of the fittest and everything like that? Really? 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 Jesus, what I'm going to do is push it over a little bit so the beavers can pick it up. Oof. Let's have a play with the bad tide over here then, shall we? So first and foremost, I'm going to disconnect that path there so we don't do anything wrong. Blow this up here. Blow this up here. Blow that up and blow that up. I thought we'd do something wrong. There we go. Cool. Now, unfortunately, I need to get in there because I need to blow this down some more. You can blow these up as well. We'll seal that off. And then all the tide comes out of here, joins this one, goes down here. Yeah. So yeah, I need to do something with this just to take the edge off of it. We could I could go with 2 and 1 to make it a more slidey place, you know. Oh no. Well, too late now. We're gonna have some sick beavers. Okay, we're gonna have some sick beavers. Right, we need to deal with that then. Sick beavers. How do we deal with you? What do we need? Quick. We need a herbalist hut, don't we? Yep, we need a herbalist hut. And it can create remedies. Then we need a medical area. Yeah, I obviously put it in there. I was like, why can't they build them? Because they can walk to it from here. Oh well, job done now. There you go. Boom. Dealt with. There we go. Now we have a nice flow down there. So that's fine. Okay. Some mistakes were made and 4 beavers are ill. That is a problem. Right. So, slow down time just a moment here. We want to get a herbalist. Okay. A herbalist, unfortunately, needs berries, which we don't really have a lot of. Needs berries and dandelions, doesn't it? Berries, dandelions, and paper. I have some paper here. We're not making any more paper. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. So, let's get you planting some... berries and dandelions. We'll get a so blueberries of happiness. We'll do that. Then we'll get a gathering flag here. So 4 berries and 4. Well, we'll do a bit more than 4. It's fine. We'll do that. It's a small amount. We'll put the herbalist in next to it. So yeah, we got 2, 3, 4. It's a 6x4 with a bit missing. That's good enough. That's good enough. And then we put in a actually, let's put it in that way. We'll put in a small tank that way. And we'll put the medical beds in there. Then that is going to be for antidote. Yes, antidote storage. Yep. Boom, like that. Okay. You built this. Excellent. You have built this. Good. So all the water's coming along here now. We'll pour through here and pour down our waterfalls. No. Beautiful. So we want to now seal off this. I don't know how far the water. It only goes 14, doesn't it? 10. It will only go to there. The water will only go to there, which means we need to get more water for this. But we do have this here, which will probably keep this wet here. So yeah. Webs everywhere. Ooh. Okay. Now, fortunately, these don't grow. They take 12 days and 12 days. So we've got 24 days, and then we got 3 days for that. So we need more berries than we do dandelions. We don't have any berries, do we? No. Are there any berries on the map anywhere left? No. Confound those beavers. We're going to have 4 contaminated beavers for quite some time, I think. I've got a 3x3 pit here. This is going to keep the trees green. That's not a problem at all. We're not fussed about that. That's going to be no problem, no problemo at all. Yeah. Oh, farms are here, so that's not a problem. I might terrace up some land here and try and get there. Although we could level this down, but I might terrace this up to the same height as these, and have some farmland over here. Do like a bit of farmland there. Same on this side. I haven't really decided what I want to do on this this one. We need to build the Wonder at some point. We'll get round to that eventually. How big is the Wonder? Can it fit? It can actually fit in the so I think the Wonder's going to sit here, up on planks, above the waterfall. So. Probably like that. It will sit in there. Yeah, we want to do chestnuts and maple as well. That might be, as I said, we've got terrace farms here. Also want to do some water crops. Oh, I said Potty Trouble did it. I haven't read anything about it today. Actually, I've not been. Yeah. Wasn't pushing there to hold it for. Yeah, I couldn't see anything loose, but yeah. Right. Okay. Anyway, distracted by Artemis. No. Stop. 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 You did that. You did that yesterday. Stop now. Right. I think our contaminated beavers are probably going to die before they get any antidote. Oh well. Oh well. Another drought is coming. Ooh. Is this going up and then coming down again? No, it's not. It's just, it looks like it's going up and coming down again because of the way it's all sloshing in together. Do 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 do. Oh, so let's put in some dirt there as well to seal that off. Let's put in some dirt here. Actually, come from that side. Push it out that way. Oof. You might have to go up there to do that. No space for logs. Oh no! Whatever will we do? Yeah, I do need an aquatic farm. Which we could feed from here and do here. I'd like to do it like this. I want to keep all the farms the same size, if I can. So like, we'll do another farm here, and then maybe one on that side. Extend the trees out. Another little one over there, do things. So the aquatic farms either need to go this side or that side. If I did it opposite this one, we'd have to do one there and one there. That wouldn't really work for us. I'm also not sure if I do want to fill this up to this level, or blow it down to this level, or filling it up to that one. Then maybe we can have two tiers. We can have like an aquatic farm in here and one in here. Would need to have the same spaces. I don't know how big this is. How big is this? How big do we make this? Does anyone remember? 15 by 22 apparently. Game just released early access and the devs put the how to play into 2 paid DLCs. I mean, recipes I get if they're supposed to be discoveries, but how to play? Yeah, no, I don't think I'd be playing that game. $22 by 15. So 22 by 15. Excuse me. So, wait. 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 crops and 2 aquatic crops. 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th one on that side. We're going to fill this in and do stuff with it. The bat tide is going to be on top of this, going along and coming out. I don't know what I'm going to do for batteries yet. I want to do batteries, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. I haven't figured out the battery thing yet. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for batteries yet. Get my soul. So you can't have my souls. I need them. And I need my soul. Otherwise my shoes won't work properly anymore. So, yeah. Farmers, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it. Farmers. Farmers Dynasty 2. I seem to remember the first game. Because it's, they're trying to take on, the farm simulator, but old. They're being oldie farmer simulator. It's a much older style game. Was it the 60s or that sort of farming thing? So yeah, older tractors. Highlights the game. Special features you need to show off countless possibilities. Yeah, the official guide recommended for new players will cost you £5.59 on top of that. The cookbook. What's the cookbook? Oh, so the cookbook is actually a cookbook for you to cook their recipes in real life. So that's okay. But why would you put the guide? That is going to make people very much resent playing your game. Yeah, that's horrible. But I remember Farmers Dynasty, the first one, and they showed off all these wonderful videos for it and how fantastic it was. And then when people actually got it and played it, it was a janky, buggy mess. And somebody tried to recreate the scene that was in the trailer and couldn't get it to work because the game simply didn't do the things that the trailer showed. So yeah, everyone's like, what are you doing here? What is this? So I guess it's come a long way since then, but still. You would be. Okay, we're in a drought. Yeah, this is fine. I'm wondering what I want to do with the aquatic crops. I don't know how many beavers we're going to go to. I might try to go for 500 beavers in this one to get there. What if I put like the aquatic crops here and here? Because that would give us more green land, and then move the trees to be up there. But that wouldn't give us a lot of space for the trees in between, would it? because they would go out by 14, which is... Rid of this here. We don't need... no, actually, leave that there because that's stopping the trees from going nuts. Yeah, we'll get to you in a minute, don't worry. So 14 from the edge. There's 2 more there, so that's there. So we'd only have 10 wide for the trees if we did that. That wouldn't really work. That wouldn't really work. But then again, we can always move the trees to be here on the tiers next to these guys. So we could do like chestnut, oak, maple, oak. Pine. So chestnut, oak, maple, oak, pine. So we have 2 lots of oak, chestnut, maple, pine. Here, out by 15. I don't know if that would be enough to get what we need troppy wise. Then it could be 14 wide and however long these will be. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9 by 14, and we currently have them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 by way more than 14, but might work. It's a lot of dirt though. We need a lot of dirt. Come on with the dirt. We don't have any dirt left there because we're using all here. Yeah, we very, very much need more dirt. That is the biggest problem we're having. And I think the issue we don't have the dirt is we simply don't have the power. We don't have the power. We are not He-Man. So yeah. Right. You have indeed filled this in. Excellent. Well done. I would like you to fill in... No, they can stay like that. Think. How can we do this? The metal platform is 5 wide. It'll only be enough for 1 wheel to go in there. If we did the 3 wide platforms, we could do them next to each other. But then we're going to have even more supports underneath. I was trying to get less supports underneath to support it. Oh, my ear. Well, the good news is we're down to 2 beavers, 2 contaminated beavers. So you can't see this behind my head, but we're down to 2 contaminated beavers. So So we've either cured. No, we'll just go with that. We have cured 2 of the 4 contaminated beavers. And we're down to just 2 more. So, even though we haven't made any antidote yet, we've definitely cured 2 of them. Yeah, definitely happened. Okay. So, yeah, I just don't know what I want to do with this power line. If I build a aqueduct for it, we would bad water comes to this center point here. Okay. How deep can you? Your limit is 2. Rah. Some lunch left. I've been eating moustache. Rah. Storm, hello, good evening. I hope you're having a good day today. I might change my mind on this, and rather than have this come out and go this way, I might have the bad tide come out of here and go this way. All on the map to there. I don't quite know whether I could have this one connect to it. This is much lower. Could we have 2 channels? They are next to each other, and they're not right on top of it. They are next to each other. So could we have like one channel that goes along here, and another channel that's lower goes along here with water wheels in it? We'd have 2 lots of water wheels, one up there, one below. Then maybe do something on that side of the map and put batteries in, because I'm not using that side of the map over there for anything. So we could do that. We could get in here and seal this off, have it 3 wide, come along. So that's the center of it there. And if it was 5 wide, it'd be 1. It would actually overlap that one, but that's okay because it would be higher up. Who am I and what have I done with Hedgehog? I am his wait a minute, did we do this yesterday? I'm just visiting. Yes. Yes, he's upper class. Spiffing, jolly good. What? Yes. Top hat monocle. Yes. Haha. Jolly good, jolly good. It is me with a mustache. No, it's not me. I'm in disguise. It's not me. It's someone completely different. It is I, Sir Hedgehog. Oh yes, Sir Hedgehog. Sir Hedgehog. Haha. Yes, there is a picture in Discord of me with a top hat. Top hat off one side. Ah. But the monocle I couldn't get right. The monocle wouldn't. It stuck to the model, but when I turned, it didn't turn with the model properly. So, yeah. Yes, yes. I need to commission things. I'd like to get a suit that can be configurable on color and change the color. But I'd have to yeah. Yeah, I'll have a look into doing it. I don't know when it will be. It won't be anytime soon, but have a look into it and see what I can achieve. So would that be doable here if I did this and run it along here? Problem is, if I made it 5 wide, we can get wheels in it. I've got 3 gap in the center because I have to have levies either side. 3 gap in the center, which is a wheel, and that's it. Then we could put can't we do so the wheels like that with the vertical power shaft. The battery would go there and the windmill would go on top, but it can't do that because the battery has to go down by 1. Bashmove, hello, good evening. Yes, I have. Aha. Yes. Mwaha. I have that going on. Yeah, I couldn't, I said I couldn't, the monocle just looks wrong. It just doesn't look wrong. But the top hat, hold on, let me throw the top hat back in here. Whoa, just took my mustache off. That was not what I wanted to do. Bonk. The top hat. Bit too big if I do that. Okay, that kind of moves with my head. There we go. I'd like to get it done properly into the model because then it could have my ear flop down with the hat. It wouldn't actually do it properly, so I can do a top hat. But yeah, but then the monocle doesn't. One, it's not cut out properly because I did very stupid quick cutting out of it. So, I do put the monocle on, but it doesn't really work with my eyes, you know. So but you see, it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. When I turn left and right, it doesn't work. It doesn't fit properly. Oh, wow. And I can't exactly put it over there because it also doesn't work. So. Nah. So yeah, a top hat. But the monocle, I said, I just can't get the monocle to work. So I don't quite know what to do about that. Yeah, it doesn't. When I turn my head, it just doesn't. I'm not going to get it to stick to the center of my. Which maybe that would. Well, that's stuck to the eyeball. Wow. It's a contact lens now. Yeah. See, if I turn my head, it just doesn't work. So, yeah. Maha. But I can have a top hat too. There you go. Maha. Maha. Yeah. The monocle just doesn't work at all. So the top hat kind of does. That works. You can sit on my head there. So that's not so bad. But yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, the monocle would need to be baked into the model rather than being add-on for it to work. And if I was ever going to go down that route, I would absolutely go with the top hat and tails, and I'd get a cane so that when I'm stood like this, my hands would be in front of me with a cane in front. So I'd be like, I stood there like proper, with a cane, and then maybe have something on the side. But that's all stuff that would involve talking to Beefish to see when she's going to take commissions again, because she's currently not taking commissions, so I can't do that. Doop. We could do that and have the batteries off the top one here off the side and just blow a hole this side to do that there. But I'd have to build all that first, then put the wheels in, then put the thing in. But the flooring would be 5 wide, so if that's on the edge there, like that, the wheels would be in the center or off center. Oh, or let me redo this. So let's I know we can't build it yet, so let's unlock that. So there's our water channel. So what if we had levees there and there? The water wheels would go in the center. We'd put a power connection in there with a wheel down top. We could then put the batteries here, because they could go right up against the edge, but I couldn't do them right against the edge because we still need to get power down. So we do maybe that. But if I'm going to do that, I might as well put the batteries up higher, because they could get one extra higher. But that would look better because of how that goes. We could also just make the channel out of dirt because we're not using this side of the map. So maybe I should just make it out of dirt and not worry about using any of this stuff. And just completely ignore that. Make it out of dirt. Just fill it up to this edge here. Just run it along. Have it overhang to this one, because this one's going to have its own line underneath. And then we just blow a hole up and do the batteries on the edge. That would also work. So how would we go about doing that as the next major project? You're still building these. What is going on with these? Can you not get... I bet you can't get to the ones underneath. No. Because you're underneath. Yeah, because you built something on top. You now can't build the ones underneath. That's okay. That's okay. We can fix this. We can fix this. What we want to do is we want to come down here. Like this. Do this. And then I can go completely underground. And up. These one, right? You can't actually put that one, do you? This one. Yeah. Let's mark all those as bad. And then everyone that isn't bad will be marked as good. And then, yeah. Okay. We can do that. Right. We should be safe from the bad water as well. I want to extend this out with dirt. I want to extend this out with dirt. I want to kind of fill this whole area up with dirt up to this level here, which is a bit much, but this is what I want to do. We could bring the farms down to a lower level here. Can absolutely bring the farms down to a lower level if we're going to redirect the bad tide. If I was going to redirect this, I would want to build it, start at that height, go along, raise up everything here. These would be in the way, so we'd have to move these guys. So these two tiles here, this tile and this tile would have to be the center two between the two of them. But I have to block this tile off here. Then it would be these two, which would be the wide ones, would make for the bad tide to flow through. So exactly where all those bad water pumps are is exactly where we want it to all be. So yeah, okay. Copy this, make this bad tide so that we can do some prepping with it. We will also move these guys to be, you know, maybe just in here, because I don't really use the bad tide yet, but we will do once we get to doing explosive stuff again. So yeah, speaking of that, we could probably shut down the explosives. Note you're being controlled by memory, so we'll leave you alone. It's fine. We want to fill up these guys here and then do trees here. Seeing as we've got two farms here, we could do a farm here and a farm here. Because once this is filled up, we don't need to worry about antelopes for a while, because I shouldn't get any contaminated beavers again. I should probably put a contamination thing somewhere further away. Could we go over here, put an antidote thing in here, and have that feed. Don't do that one. Get rid of that one. Have you still? I still want you to make antidotes. Then once you make the antidotes, you fill this, and then once this is full, we'll dilute all that. Put the two farms in there, and then we go down to this lower level. So we don't fill this up. We go down to this lower level, and we put in the aquatic crops down here, because they can just be flooded, and it can then pour off the edge of the map. So that'd work. That'd work. Yeah. Reservoir bigger, so it could become slightly larger. Have aquatic crops. Well, we'd have come back to here to have aquatic crops here and here. Then a river in the centre that feeds both of them. It just pulls out over. So yeah, that might work. It's too far from a district and we can't build it because we built the one on top for some bizarre reason. Well, it's not a bizarre reason. I know exactly what's why, but yeah. Okay, more of a plan. So, multiple things to do at once. So this is working fine. I have to wait for a bad tide to test whether this works fine, but it should work just fine. So we don't have to worry about that too much. Beavers can walk up here and do this. The map's not massive, so we don't have to worry about the beavers travelling too far. Plus the dirt's been stored here, isn't it? Yeah. This is bad tide, so let's empty this one into that one. We get a load of bad tide so that we can start changing stuff up in these places. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So get rid of those. And can I refill this? Yeah, so we're going to blow up 2 channels on this side, which means I want to blow up all this down to the height we want to go down to. How's our scrap? Our scrap is completely full. Well, not completely full, but it is very full. Yeah. I need to get over there to get rid of this. So we need to take all the ruins down. So in order to do that, it does all need blowing down as well. So we need to get rid of all this up here as well. Oh dear, this is going to hurt a lot of our beavers. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done. We also need to get up there to do that. Look at the beavers go. Meow, throwing all them. All that dirt in there. Beautiful. So let's... ironically, I just removed that, but I now need to build back up here again. Boop, boop, boop. And we'll just path around here. That would injure all of our beavers. Hey ho, it's fine. And then this needs harvesting here. So let's get an army of harvesters going. Like that, to harvest all of that and throw all the scrap in there, which means we need to use some metal blocks up, which we're not using any metal blocks up anywhere doing anything. Oh, those trees over there died. That's fine. I don't know what I could do to use metal blocks up. Waiting construction below. Too far from a district and cannot be built. Okay. Can we cancel all of these, please? And we will do one at a time. Another drought coming. Yeah, it's okay. Right. Also, could we possibly make, like, maybe build the wonder? Can't put it there because it'll become flooded if I do that. It's got to be up on stilts. While we're doing that, is that I can't get to the entrance. Yeah, the entrance would be... couldn't path around to it. And all of these are the same size, aren't they? Yeah. So we'd have to do it there. Have to go on stilts. We'd have to go... Oh, damn it. There. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't bring it forward to be right on the edge because it would still be flooded. The building would still be flooded, so... I'm probably going to make that a low priority. I want you to do other things first, but I want you to use some metal blocks up so that we can actually have some of these scrap metal guys actually doing something, because yeah. Right. Ooh, what I should do as well with a drought coming is this. With the top ones, but we have to build these ones. We're going to get a lot of injured beavers right now. A lot of them, because the thorns hurt. Thorns hurt like mad. Somehow the folk tales have managed to do something bizarre, and we've got one homeless beaver. I don't know how they managed to do that, but they apparently did. Talent to them. And loads of beavers have gone and walked into the bad tide before the bad tide has drained away. Fantastic. What about these? Why are you not building these? Oh, because you'd built them because they would have been a priority above the rest. Oh, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We should have some antidote coming in by now. Surely. No, we 50%. No. Yes, we have. We have antidotes. Okay. That's fine. You go and get sick. You go and get sick. You do that. You do that. Could we cap this off so that I can build? Without worry. You can't get here to build this because there's too many guys. That's okay. You need to actually go up higher to do that. Don't know how you can build. I can get to it from that side, can't you? Yeah. Right. Pause that. Lots of little things to be done. We are also going to need more medical beds. Medical beds in the center. Right. Unpause that so you can build that one. You can now build that one. You can now build these two. Not super speed. Okay. So yeah, you should all unload to this guy, which will be a little awkward for the moment, but that's just the way we have to go for the minute. Up the tree destruction. Then we get to that one after, because trees don't hurt when we destroy them. It might hurt the trees, but it doesn't hurt the beavers. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Not doing too great on dirt. Still need to get much more dirt. Oh. Oops. Just got an achievement I really didn't want. Called Factor of Misery. Have a beaver die while being affected by injury, contaminated, hungry, and thirst. Yeah. Yeah, it's not beaver was not very happy. Not very happy at all. So clearly got well, contamination and injury is the same sort of thing. So but yeah, and then hunger and thirst all at the same time. Wow, I thought I'd have to do something specific to do that, but I guess thorns and swimming in bad tide does the trick. Lovely. Right. I don't have any dirt, so I can't really do this. You've got 87% pass, not too bad, but I don't really have the dirt to do what I want to do here. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Right. Okay, is this finally coming together? Yes, it is. Excellent. Right, so delete the road out of there. You should be able to get to the top of all of them and remove them from the top down. You finish that there. Not that it matters because this needs to come out further now anyway, but that's okay. It's done. I wanted to get it done. It is done. I still not have enough medical beds. Wow, I don't think I do. You made short work of this, which is very nice. We're gonna have a 2 wide channel here, and then I might just I'd cut off the edge of this map and not worry about it. Build channels down and I could put power left. Oh, hold on. We're gonna 1, 2. Wait a minute. So 1, 2. So that's our pathway there. So this will be sealed off up to here and around here, and so then this will be an edge which we can put stuff on. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an even number. I could put batteries in sideways and have 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries. The problem is I don't know how the hell I'd actually get to the batteries to build them, because yeah, I don't know how I'd get to the batteries to build them. So the idea will be that this will go to there, you will seal off there, and along there, like that. And then all the bad tide will pour into this 2 wide channel, which will have wheels in it, connected to the edge with windmills, and then from those windmills we'll have channels out. I can't envision how to get my beavers out there to build this. So windmills, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we can't go right up against the windmills, so we'd have to have a gap. Wait a moment here. So boom, like that. Okay. Oop. With the windmill sit on top of those. The batteries can't sit up against the edge because they're not allowed to. They have to come down by one, so they have to be there. Yeah, they can't go there because they're too close to the wheel, so they have to come out by one, which means we can only get 3 in. But if we did that and then turned it around there, that wouldn't work because we wouldn't be able to share. It'd have to be every other windmill. We'd have to run the power, wouldn't it? Which would be fine because then if we could get a walkway in here, we could walk behind them. That's how we'll do it. That's how we'll do it. Okay. So to get a walkway in behind them, which means I want to come down to this level here. This is going to be the pathway for that. So the actual, we'd have a road along here, which would be up higher than this. So I don't want to put it there, but it'd be up higher than that. So I want to put in maybe another one of these guys over there so they can zoom over to that end. And then we'll start the water wheels right here. Batteries can go dub, dub, dub. We'd have 3 batteries. Dub, dub, dub. 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Dub, 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 all the way along with a gap in between. Use that to connect that up so beavers can walk this direction around. Okay, right, that'll work, that'll work. That'll work. Hey, you're done here, excellent. So we can actually now put in more potatoes. Potato, 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 potato. You actually need to go out by 1 more. That's okay. Right, and then down here, this is where we're going to do the aquatic crops. So this will, I'll probably make a reservoir here for this, and then it will overflow into here and then fill the aquatic crops, and then from that it will overflow out the map. This is not as long as those, but that's okay. Do, 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 do. Remove all of these, get rid of those, then we have no more injured beavers to worry about. Everything could be wonderful and fine and joyous and dandy. That's not going to work there. We need to come back here to do that. Let's go up there. Let's settle this for demolition as well, because these are all going to be in the way. Doopy doopy doop doop doo. Oop. Oop. Doo doop doo. Zoop. Get rid of those. Right, so I want to dynamite out this area. I want a road here, so this is where our road's going to go. There. Zoop. So I want to do a spiral staircase here. Down. Yep. And the aquatic farmhouse will go here. It might have to go... I'm going to actually make these deeper. The aquatic farmhouse might have to go... land a bit more. This is going to be made out to be a deeper reservoir right here. So we can do that sort of now. So if I was to remove that... that. Dynamite out that. Go pop. Nice. And then we just do there. Need to figure out a spiral staircase that starts here and goes down. So, pause game moment. And then that's a 2, and then that's a 1. Is that right? So then we want to go down, 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 down. There we go. Put a 3 in there. So 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Yep, that's what I want. Cool. Okay. Continue. Get that one put there, detonate those out. And we'll fill this up here because this will become reservoir. This needs filling up here actually. I don't want to do that one. No. Come pick this up, would you please? Right, so I'd want to build this here. Oh, that's, yeah, not that. There we go. Because that should be part of the farm. So we'll remove that and build that there. So yeah, Blitz, hello, good evening. Live hedgehog, yes, aha. You've come at a funny time where I have a moustache and top hat on for reasons that are not normal. Yes, hello, welcome in. Because of the Tuesday's crust. Ah, awesome. Yes, you got this game yesterday. Ah, Timberborn is awesome. Timberborn is a wonderful, wonderful game. I've had lots and lots and lots of fun with Timberborn. So, very happy to hear another person has decided to pick it up and give it a go. Ooh. Boop. The crust. Well, yeah, but I play the crust live on Tuesdays, so hence why Tuesday's crust. I thought, yeah, Tuesdays and the crust. Get rid of there. Get rid of this here. Oop. Get rid of that there. Blow up. I want to put in a line here. Like that. That's going to really hurt our beavers building that. So we will not let them build that entirely. They can just build the bits of it. That's fine. And then we want to dynamite out all of this. And that too. Yes, of course. Yes, yeah, I'm playing through. Although I've just realised it's not Tuesdays, it's Wednesdays. It's Wednesdays I play the crust. Hang on, I'm missing a day. Why did I think today was Wednesday? No, today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. Well, technically today is Friday because it's gone midnight. But yeah. Well, we have 13 guys with nothing to do in range. Excellent. I want to blow this all up over here, down to this level. Yeah. So yeah, looking dapper today. Ah, yes, dapper. That's the. I kept saying spiffing, and that's sort of correct, but dapper. That's it. I rename myself to DT Hedgehog. Yeah. Gonna become Dapper the Hedgehog. Get in here, and I need to get down to right. That's okay though, because we can polish those. Need to somehow get in here and seal this off, but I can't get in there to seal that off because beavers can't do anything with that. So what I'll do instead is I will go to the surface and I will tell the beavers to no longer plant that one, and then I should put dynamite there and blow it up and then refill it. That's the best way to do this. We do very much need more dirt though, don't we? And we're still struggling for dirt. Also, could some brave beaver come and actually remove this? Because it's the final thorn. Final thorn on our side, yeah. I'll do such a thing. Do I work today? Well, that's the thing. I did work today, but because I've been training at work today. Today has been one of those mind empty, no thinky. Can you train this person? But I don't know how to do my job. It just happens. It just happens. I don't know how it happens. It just happens. Oh, we need yes. Yeah, I need to leave those open. Because I actually need to put dams in there. Because I need water to be able to flow out. That. Yeah. Yeah. Is there a limit to tunnels? Not. The limit is the overhangs. So if you have dirt and you're trying to overhang from an edge, you can only go out by 3 from an overhang. So it can only ever go by 3 out from there. But that 3 applies to every single overhang you do. So if that was 3 underneath it, then this one could become 3 more. So that's the only kind of limit to it if you're doing overhangs like that. Because obviously, if you want to put industry in, you can't be using the platforms. Although you can use the platforms with the metal platforms because they're 5x5, and then obviously they can support a large. You could have. Let me cancel that before the beavers try and build that. I don't want you to build that, so go away. Oof. But if I was to remove this road here, I can then do stuff up here without worrying about it going on there. So, but you can, of course, in your cavern, you could do this sort of thing. Put the metal platform on top, and then If you wanted a dirt top to it, you can do this and run that size, oh, it should be square over there, of a roof from a single platform, from a single tile. So then you can do another one over here, and then you've got all that space in between to build. It's just keeping the roof up. You've just got to remember that the you can only go 3 tiles before the roof collapses. So yeah, you got to build like buttresses and other connection things. You can actually get technically bigger than that if you do tricks with the overhang, the 6 wide overhangs. You can do other stuff with it. So yeah, but that's the best way to do it. And the great thing as well is that crops will grow underground, trees will grow underground. They don't care about the sun. They don't worry about that. I built entire subterranean places. So yeah. Yeah, if you were to unlock the tunnel, the actual tunnel here, and do a big area underground, like say a 20 by 20 area, when you delete it, you'll see it will make the curve. It will make the curve underground, where it goes out by 3 and goes up 1, out by 3, out by 3, and then goes down again that way. You just remove the bottom ones in there, delete that there, and it will automatically build like the dome, essentially the underground dome. When there's enough space above you. That's the only kind of rules you have to follow with them. Oh yeah, it would help if I wrote down here, didn't it? Bad tide is approaching. Yeah. Yeah. The biggest thing to remember when dealing with stuff underground, if you use the demolition, if you built something underground and use the demolition tool, you can hold shift to make stuff move quickly, but if you don't hold shift and click, it will show you can't do it, but if you don't hold shift and click, it will show you everything you're going to remove above you. So you can click on like a tunnel support to delete it, a platform to delete the platform, and it will show you what it's going to break above it. You can cancel it before you confirm it, so you don't have to worry about destroying things with that one there. So you're pretty safe, unless you're like me, you just hold shift when you're removing delete, when you're using the delete tool, and ruin everything very quickly. I've done that many times, many times. Our antidote is empty. That's not really a surprise. Should have put more berries down. No, we don't need to worry about that. We've only got 2 contaminated beavers. It's fine. It's fine. They just want a hug. They just want a hug. That's all it is. So can I get up on top of this here? Oh. And then do this. Probably. But what I need to do is cancel this in here. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, just like a waffle. Yeah, absolutely. It will let you, it will tell you what's going to happen before it happens. So we'll do that, and then I can build that. Start blowing some stuff up in here, but I don't want. I want to let this flow this way whilst we're building this tunnel. So go 2 deep there, 1 deep there. We'll leave that intact so it doesn't overflow into that one. That'll be fine. Okay. What are our builders doing? Playing with dynamite. That's what the building's. Yeah. Yeah, it will let you know which buildings collapse before you actually do it. Yes. Yeah, it's the same thing. Because it's very easy to, if you're building a tunnel, particularly if you're building a tunnel like under bad water, and then I'll destroy this. Oh no, I don't want to flood the cave. That would be really bad, and all my beavers are living in that cave, and now it's full of bad water. That's not a good thing. The beavers will not appreciate this. I should build a zip line down here, shouldn't I? But I can't get a zip line down here because I don't have the ability to put that in. You actually have less carrots, don't you? I might move the population centre to be here. Oh, bad. Right. Did this work? Yes, it did. It cut off. Small amount of bad tide come down. Not a problem. Excellent. Okay. I might want to put dams around these. The edge of all these. For them to hold water in. Especially if they're going to be keeping this, but I don't know how effective that'll be. Which does mean, actually stop that, because then I might have to change this up. I put dams around these. Because that's not going to sit there, because it would, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that before I get things terribly wrong. So get rid of those. We will put dams in. Get rid of that one. Oh, I destroyed the wrong one there. We'll put dams in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. And then we'll do the same for each and every one of these. Which means we're going to have to also put in a ladder on each one to get down to it, like that. And we're going to have to do this and move the staircase back like so. Because the wonder is now going to go in there with a path in front of it, like that. Okay. Let's down do that, and then let's up the dams. Okay, go, 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 go. Right. Yeah, we've got plenty of explosives, that's not a problem. So how far back here do you want to explode? No. Yes, we want to go that far there. We want to go to at least there. 3, 1, 2, 3 will take it down to this level, which is exactly where I want it to be. Excellent. So, pick all you out. Nope, not over there. Over here. Boom. Boom. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. So, this is level 2. These are level 2. We can't actually get to those at the moment. That's okay. We'll delete that one. Put in a ladder. Boop. Put in another ladder there. This can be ones. Okay, ones there. this is a special case. These all want to be ones in here. Yep. Okay, cool. Are you done here? Yes, you are. I really don't want you coming across here anymore. So can I, you go back, remove that. I'm going to up the priority of you picking up this trash because otherwise it's going to get destroyed. Right, let's dynamite out that one, and we're going to up the priority of the dynamite as well. Not fussed about logs really, we're probably still full on logs. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Right, let's not detonate that one. Let's let them, they have picked that up already. Cool, so let's delete that one there. Nice. So, detonate out of this. Meow. It's going to fill with bad water to begin with. That's okay. It will become aquatic crops eventually. No problem. No problem. Come pick up that one as well, if you don't mind. Okay. Detonate out that. And then come here. Do that. This needs to become solid all the way through here up to this point, like 14 tiles, which is going to seal off the bad water and causes all sorts of problems. So we won't do that yet. We're kind of working on 2 projects at once, and I can only work on one of the 2 projects at once. So yeah, some of these are too far away from the district, aren't they? It's okay. We'll do this. Oh, bump, bump. Then we can put in there, do that, and then we can put in another one of these guys. And then we can zip over to this point, which will get us build everything we want to do. So yeah, we'll put the zip line directly opposite the bad water source, which should be fine. Might again build the bad water dome on top of that, just so we could turn it off if I want to, if I need to do something building wise with it. So let's copy this and put that there, and I'm going to make this a low priority, not a very low priority, just a low, because this is the very low priority. Yeah. Okay, let's detonate out this. Boop. There we go. Nice. Point of contamination flooring. Which one? You've got the impermeable floor and the contamination barrier. The contamination barrier, if you was to put that in along the edge of here, it would stop the bad tide from cracking through to here. So if I we can build some, and I can show you. So let's do that, and then we'll make that high priority. Build that. So you see the bad tide at the moment comes all the way along to here. Once we get that built, which will be in a little bit, because the beavers have got to make their way down here. Yeah. Look at another zip line in to come down here. Don't really need to, but I wouldn't mind it. It'd be useful. Have 2 zip line ones. Don't know why I've got one gun up there. I don't need the one gun up there anymore. I'm not doing any work up here anymore. So maybe I could build off of that one and have a zip line down here. But I need to build a load of them, but you'll see it'll he'll put a dent in this here. So he says, so yeah, see it dent into it. Obviously, it's still going to be here because it's getting around the edges. But you put it in and it stops that. Yeah, you can't put it in bad water. It's got to be done on the edge for that. So the other trick as well, if you don't want to do that like that, is what I've done here. You'll notice we have bad water here and there's no bad water coming along here. Levees too deep. If you make the levees too deep, so long as they're too deep, the bad tide can't get underneath and back out to here. It can get along here because this is only one. This is one deep because that's on the bottom. But if you make them too deep, then they can't do that. And also, you can then build a path on top of the levees and walk along. So just line the edges of your rivers with levees. The problem with that, however, is that also prevents good water from spreading out along here. So you don't get any greenland. Whereas these are contamination barriers, so they stop contamination, but they don't stop the good water come along. So you could line up the whole edge of this, and then you can build on top of them, like this. You build on top of them there, then put your path on top like that, and then you can see that that's sealing off back there. But if good water comes in here, it will let the good tie through. So they're useful. I rarely use them. I tend to myself control the bad tide at the sources. I will go back to the sources and I will redirect them. Like I'll go, you get off the map, or seal them off or something, and just go, get off the map, go away. I don't want you in here at all. Like what we're going to do here, I'm going to actually change these to have the channel start here and run all the way along this way, away from my main water source, and then put power wheels in them to run the power. And then when it comes to these guys, you see I've sealed this off here, so that it comes along here, and then comes out here and pops along that way. So, yeah. So there's a little bit of contamination here, not a problem. A little bit over here, not really a problem because there's nothing up here. And then I have a sensor which controls the throttling valves, and the throttling valves basically just go, well, if this is on, turn off. Yeah. 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 Too deep. It's a lot cheaper. It's a lot easier to do. You can build directly on it. It doesn't require you to build up a level. It's much easier to be done. But it comes with the bad side of it. Doesn't let any good moisture go through either. So, yeah. So even when our bad tide's over and this turns back to good water, this top area will still be dry land. So. What do you mean it's too far from a district? How can it be too far from a district? You can step to there and build it. How can that be too far from a district? Can you not build it because this is on top? Can they not walk into the ghost to build it? Yes. The ghost of the wonder prevents them building it. Would that prevent them building the platforms as well? Oh, no, because you built some of these platforms. So you must be, that makes no sense. Oh well, we'll get them coming and do this anyway. It's fine. Oop. I'm asking my beavers to do a lot. I know. There you go. So that's been built. That's been built. This is still being built here. So let's up the priority of these dams here. Get those built. So we can hold water in these each time. So then when we build the land up here to have the tiers of like trees here from the edges, they can use these pools as their water source. So yeah. Yeah. I couldn't build it because the wonder was on top of it. So yeah. Looking at achievements, the one for build the wonder before cycle 15, oddly enough, I don't just live stream. I have YouTube videos, many YouTube videos you've probably seen. My current playthrough of Lakes, which is a 1.0 playthrough, I just did that in today's or yesterday's video. I can't remember which one it was. I just did the cycle 15. I built it at cycle 14 and halfway through. Wasn't even particularly trying. That's on normal difficulty. So, yeah. You have to build it before cycle 15 ends, so you have got to cycle 15. You can cheese it if you want to, because you can play on easy, so you don't get as many bad cycles happen. You can also play on custom and set your cycle things to be like 100 days long each. So if you want that achievement, you can cheese it. But it is doable. It is doable. It will take a little bit of planning and luck. It will take a bit of luck as well. So yeah, it's going to overflood. Yeah, I would expect that. I would expect that. Well, the map is called Waterfalls. I suppose we're getting a waterfall now. As it's doing the splashback, we built a wave pool. We built a wave pool. Yay! Okay. Oh god, how do I fix that? Yay! It's a wave pool, Elaine. Look, it's a wave pool. I can't believe how some of the stuff that the water mechanics does is just astounding. It really is amazing. How I mean, is this just going to continue forever? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It does. This is not actually how water behaves, but it's how water behaves in this game. How? It is getting smaller. It is getting smaller though. It's no longer reaching this water over here. I could probably limit these, couldn't I? Probably limit the flow through these. It just gains power as it goes down. As it fills, it just speeds up as it goes. Look, if I slow the throughput, that would help, but I don't think it's gonna. Wow. Completely unexpected. It's a waterfalls map. We have awesome waterfalls happening. That is cool. It's still overflowing though. It might not work with the dams. It just might not work with the dams. Or is it filling? Is it beginning to work? It might be. This still needs to increase in speed though. This needs to be like almost double this speed for this to work properly. Yeah. The problem with the fill valves is that because of the I mean, look, this is basically emptying out every time. So it's overflowing and then somehow draining down to almost nothing every time. I love it though. I love when random stuff like this happens. You just have no clue what's actually happening. You know, it's like this really doesn't make any sense. But it is wave pools. But you see, this is almost emptying out every time. And then filling, and then but it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't overflow and fill out. It should always hold a certain amount of water in it. But it doesn't for some reason. But it seems like every time we're getting more and more coming in here. It does look as if it's shooting down the sides though, way faster than the center. But it's only since I've introduced those dams. It's just since I've introduced those dams that it's done that. Yeah. Yeah. But if I set them to unlimited, so they let all the water out and they're not throttling whatsoever, it's still doing it. We get wow, look at the flood. Yeah, because and the problem is because it's doing the wave pool thing. It's going through, the waves splashing up over the top of this, and it's just pushing and then pushing and then pushing. So yeah, it's the dams. It's the dams in here. I don't think it works with the dams. But I do want to have them. I do want to have them hold water because I want them to hold water so that we can use. We've nearly filled this pool up. So, what if instead? Okay, well I have to remove all of these in here now. What if instead of doing the dams, I'll remove them and we'll put explosives in here. And we'll make all the pools, oops, one deeper. And I would like you to come and build those like now, please. Before you go and do anything else. There. So then they'll hold water in them, and then we'll remove the dams, and then they'll just overflow on top. But then when the water stops coming, they'll hold it. So yeah. Right, I have limited to just one tile of water is coming in now at the top. One tile of water, and it's still going to do it. It fills this, pauses this one, adds to the wave, pauses, adds to it. By the time it gets down here, it's got some massive wave that's just causing all sorts of problems. So, yeah. Okay. Right, so the dams did not work. Well, that's no good. I want to remove the dams. I don't want to remove the explosives. Right, can you synchronize with all of them, please? There we go. I missed an explosive, did I? Yes, it did. Well spotted. Oh, wow, they copy with their priority level. Nice. Ah, didn't know that. Cool. That, yeah, it must be something with that. There's another map as well, and I can't remember what it's called, but there is a map that has that. Every time, if you cut off the bad tide, when the good water comes, the river just naturally has that slosh motion to it, and it just constantly goes backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, and just causes flooding. So yeah, there's not much you can do about it, really. But I'm hoping if we blow up down into these, they'll be deeper and it will just fill that and then overflow. But because it might still cause waves, this might still cause waves. I don't know. We will find out. We will find out shortly. Need to get down here and build these. I forgot about this. This was a kind of a mistake. We also need to build along here, but I don't want to build along here until we deal with the bad tide. So yeah, there's explosives up there. Cool, they're getting to do those. Nice. Okay. And I'm calling you over here to do these. Right, well, let's find out. Let's actually remove that. Can you please grab all of those? So do those, do these, then do those. But yeah, I need to detonate this one out here and then find out whether it's going to slosh over. And I've just realised I removed the stairs, so now I can't get into the logs. It's only the logs. I don't actually care about the logs. To be honest, I don't actually. I don't need them. I have enough logs. I don't need the logs. Get rid of those. Could also be the design of them as well, with the shape. If it was flat, it might work, but with the shape, it might not be, because these two are both flowing into that hole, which is loading that one. These two are flowing to that hole, and then that's flowing to that one, which adds a third one to it. So yeah, that could be mechanics. There are mechanics in the game where you can channel water via things like this, via diagonals, and make the actual flow of water way faster than if you just did it on a flat. So yeah, okay, so we'll get rid of that stair and that stair. We don't need those. Doop, doop. So let's blow up this. Doop, 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 doop. What I should have done at some point as well is have a waterfall where there's a path behind the waterfall, so beavers walk behind a waterfall. So yeah, I expect flooding first time round. That's always going to happen. because we're dumping all the water into here and then suddenly it's not falling anymore. It's got to go and it's going to flow through, hit this here and just go bonk. I'm stuck. Help me. Help me. So, yeah. Right. So demolish that one. Oof. And then make that a high priority. And then we'll demolish all these as we go. Waiting for construction below to be finished. Why is... Not too far away. Oh, it's just we're doing other stuff. We're doing other stuff. The explosives are definitely dropping. What I can do is I can always shut these, wait for it to dry out, and then open them again and test the flow. Right. Blow that one's up. Blow that one's up. Don't remove that because we're still building in here at the moment. We always get a little bit of overflow, so that's to be expected. Oh, boop. Nope, you haven't picked that up yet. I don't know if you can pick that up. What are our logs like? Our logs are maximum. We can't actually hold any more logs. Okay. So probably not worth doing anything there with that.
Thanks for the raid, Huanaris,
Oh.
and welcome in Raiders.
Well, hi, hello, good evening.
Squirrel!
Welcome in, squirrels. No squirrels. Dapper hedgehogs and beavers. No squirrels here today. Oh no. I hope you're having a good day playing Xenonauts 2. Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. I hope you have been having a very good day today. And everything has been awesome, wonderful in your world. Yes, yeah, I saw it was a new thing. I hope that was fun. Do. Is it on offer? It is on offer. Oh, nice. Oh, I need to get yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. Was it? Was it you that I watched play through the first Xenonauts, or was it somebody else I watched through the first Xenonauts? I can't remember. I remember watching somebody on stream doing it. But yeah. Timberborn 1.0. No, Timberborn 1.0 was a couple of weeks ago. It was released. Oh, Steam, tell me. Well, store page. It was released March 12th. Timberborn went into 1.0 on March the 12th. So 3 weeks ago. Now we're on the fourth stream, so it would have been 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Because I had 2 streams in a row. So yeah. Boop. Well, this is going to be a good test for our new system. A drought is approaching. Trying to look more dignified. Haha. Don't know what you mean. This is how I naturally dress. My natural dapperness coming forwards. Maha. Maha. Naha. More British. I say. Right, so bloop. Right, so let's Reaction speed. Oh, so we can open and close them at a certain speed. Ah, nice. So they can shut off slowly and open slowly, which would be fine if that wasn't here. If that was down here, that would make sense because they could close very slowly. But what I want to do is I want to shut them down. Ah, yes, King Charles. Ah, pleasure, dear boy. Jolly good to meet you, sir. Yes, indeed. Right, let's open the valves. Go. There is a big wave there. So we have 3 or so. 3 or so floods, and then it stops. And we're good. Okay. That's not so that's not so bad. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. Yeah. So I'm just going to remove all of these in here because, yep, boom. 294 logs. And then I'm going to just delete them because I don't really... There's no point in our beavers trying to pick them up. They're not there. Boom, there you go. So nice. Yeah. The pumps might not be draining fast enough, but there's an overflow. There is an overflow. And they are actually sealed off from the thing. They're actually sealed off with dams. So... Yeah, so it could be these pushing back against them. I need to actually fix that, which means I need to break that guy. Do I? Yeah, because I need to break that guy because I want that to be a dam. And I can't make a dam under there. So, yeah, we're going to have to delete this guy at some point. Drought might be a good idea. Yeah, we could do it now with the drought. Okay. Yeah. I think we will. I think we'll do it right now. The drought's about to approach. So let's delete that. Be gone. Let's blow up that. Make that a very high priority. In fact, make all of that high priority. I still have 2 contaminated beavers somehow. You know, oh, much we got no antidote left, have we? Yeah, because not enough berries. So these take 3 days, 3, 6, 9, 12. So you need 4 times the amount of berries as you do dandelions. So 1 row of 6 dandelions, you need 4 row of 6 berries to counter it. So could I do that? Could we do that? Could I mark resources for demolition? Remove those and put berries in there. In fact, you know what? Let's not. Let's make it pretty. Let's do that. We'll put our dandelions behind here, and we'll have blueberries and blueberries there and there. Okay, you can detonate out. Boom. We will copy you and put you in there. We will copy you and put you in there. And I will up the construction site for that, but not make it super up. We'll just do it slightly up. So boom, there you go. Okay, so let's grab the dandelions and put them in there. Get the berries and put them in there. They take 12 days to grow, so it's not like they're going to be any quicker doing this. So, but that is okay. That is okay. Right, so now can I get the wonder back in here again? Boop. 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 like, oh, I can't do that. Oh yeah, because I need to. Actually, hold on. Bloop. Bloop. Thank you. Make you low priority. Delete all of these guys back here, like that. There we go. Boop. And just because we can, we'll have beaver statues either side of the wonder, like that. There we go. Woof. Make all of that a high priority. Too much to do, not enough beavers to do it with. Do 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 do. Let's go there. So, mention that for designing. Do sorts of. I've done grid cities. I've done tower blocks. I've done. Not urban sprawl. Is it urban? Suburb. I've done suburbs where every beaver had their own house, their own little lodge. Well, every group of 3 beavers had their own lodge, and each lodge had every one of the decorations around it, dotted around it. So they all had one. Yeah. So I've been playing this game since August 2020. I've done a lot. I started playing the game back when it had 3 factions. It now only has 2. So, yeah. Excuse me. Right. So yeah, so you just keep playing it, and eventually you'll be like, what can I do on this map next? You know, should I just build the wonder and be done with it, or should I redirect the river? Should I flatten the whole map down to the very bedrock level and do that? Should I build up to the highest height and make a giant cube of dirt? Well, I haven't done that one yet. So yeah. I noticed the wasted space. Oh, so like this. There's space here, with the beds in between. That would have bugged me a few years ago, absolutely. I'm just now. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. On maybe on diorama you want to use every last single tile, but on most maps you can do 1,000 population with you could do 1,000 populations on diorama. Really, it would be very challenging to do, but you could do it. I feel like you could easily have the especially with this new 3D terrain, because you could put all your farms on the bottom level, build up, have the terrain above, and then put your beavers living on the higher levels. And yeah, so you could absolutely manage it. Do underground water as well. You don't have to have water on the surface. You could do water one level under the ground and have it completely solid, so you have 100% farm space on one level, and then the next level up you could do something different. And then, or if you put the water at the highest level, water moisture permeates down 100%, but doesn't permeate up. So if you have a single column with water above it, that single column will have a moisture area of 14 in a circle, 14 tiles out, and then in a big circle, but it doesn't go up. Yeah. Yeah. City Skylines, when I'm using curves, City Skylines, I build grids. I build grids. Absolutely build grids, and then complain when the traffic doesn't work. But yeah, it's all about trying to be efficient with that one. That's I would absolutely build a city where I genuinely think Biffa would go, no, I'm not touching that. I can't. No, you can't fix that city. Give up. Start again. Although I do want to know what's happening with City Skylines 2. I do want to know whether the new developers are going to take it in a good direction or not. So, yeah. Do that and get that going there. You are actually kind of in the way. We want to get more paper guys actually in because I don't have any paper being made. So let's also work on that whilst we're doing other stuff here. So let's put in a paper mill or 4 because we're going to need books as well, aren't we? 1 paper every 1.5 hours, and you make 2 paper every 1.5-ish hours. So 1 to 1. So I'd want to do probably another centrifuge would help there. Let's get another centrifuge first, put that there. That's controlled by this memory, so that's fine. It will turn off when we get stuff full. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you could. No, you don't want to write there. What would I use to connect the power, though? What other buildings will print? We could do the printing press, I suppose. We could put 4 of those in. Like that. Do I want 4 printing presses for books? Do I need that many books? Don't know. I will need some grits mills as well for some farming stuff at some point. That's okay. We've got plenty of space. That's okay. Right. And then we'll put in power shafts there and there. Okay. Cool. And I'm going to then pause those ones and probably pause the printing presses for the moment as well. Well, no, I need to build those 2 because I need the power. Well, I need you to build them, but I don't want you actually doing anything. So don't have a recipe. So go on, build them, just don't do anything. Okay. So let's do. That. And that. You will be for paper. You will be for books. And I'm then going to grab this and I'm going to put another one up here like that. Oop. 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 There we go. Cool. Is Red Select need more haulers or I have too many? Haulers, I mean, if you need more, that would be you have spare beavers. Like I've got 32 spare beavers. I should put haulers. They should always be in haulers if you've got them spare. So yeah, you should always do that. The way I genuinely do it, and I haven't done it on this map yet, but I would have the hauler and I set up the workplace to be lower priority. So any beaver who doesn't have a job becomes a hauler. And then you just spam them. So any spare beaver goes into the haulers. But really, you should have at least one that's of a higher priority so that they they work in that one, all the time to move around. Haulers speed everything up and just get everything working a lot better. So it's worth doing. Of course, I messed this up, didn't I? That's why this is dried out. I messed this up because I opened this guy up. These need to be moved back so that these farms can actually still get the moisture from the edge here, don't they? Yeah, they need to be moved back. Yeah, generally having more haulers and spare builders huts as well is always nice to have. And the way you can tell if you have too many is just go to one of the huts and look. If there are beavers sat at the door, then you have too many of them. I have no beavers sat at any of my doors. When they're idle, they come and sit at the building. They sit right at the door of the building. If there's nothing for them to do, that would be why. Hence why, like here, the farmers are sat at the building because there's no carrots to harvest yet, so they go and sit down. But I don't really think you can ever have too many haulers, just as long as you're not taking them away from your actual main population. I did lower this down. I was going to say, hang on a minute. I'm sure I lowered that down. Don't build these. Up the priority of this. So that's empty. Oof, what have I got up here? Right, so get rid of that one and put in a normal explosive. Then we get rid of that one and put in a double explosive. And then we get rid of this one and put a double in there. There can be a lot of rejoicing. Yay. You haven't made these two because you can't get to them. So I would like to... Actually, when this blows up, we can do all that. So, right. So... Yeah. Blow this up. Here. Do that. Then we disconnect that one. We don't want to walk across there, because we don't want this flooding yet. This is future. Future. The power of the future. Okay. All that here. So let's excuse me. 2, 3. But you want to be up as high as you can go, really, don't you? So, but let's do 3 there, 3 there, and then do that, and then do that. Nope, that's incorrect. It's not 3 and 3. Was it 3 and 2 I did? It was 3 and 2 I did. Okay, 3 and 2. Oop. Then we will duplicate these guys and put them there and there. 3 and 2. Then we will 3 and 2, and that's your doorways. And then we might have another large tank here because we can. Yeah, put another large tank there because we can. Okay, duplicate you and put you there. You'll just turn the pumps off when it's down to a certain height. And then in front of these, this is where we want to put in the dams. So I don't want to do this yet here. No. So I want to move the reservoir back because I want this to get the green area. I don't want this pumping out and end up running out. So yeah, so we want to actually fill this technically with dirt. And that can be dams. That was wrong. Yeah, like that. There you go. And that's the little reservoir for the pump to pump the water out of. Don't really need the reservoir for it, to be honest with you. You can clear enough. These large water pumps are ridiculously powerful. But we'll get there. We'll get there in the end. So yeah, do this here. Yeah, that can go along there. You come down here. I should probably try and get a road in between the two. Well. Measures water depth below its arm. Can you measure water depth below the arm if you are on top of a... So if I did that... and then I put you up, say, here... Can you measure water depth? Yes, you can. Nice. Okay. So even though you're above, you can read the water depth through there. Excellent. That works. That works quite nicely. Awesome. All right, how are we doing up here? You built that yet? Nope. What are the builders doing? What are the builders doing? Building this? Nope. Building here. Yeah. Okay. So, Abraham Hedgehog. Are you saying I should rename myself to A Hedgehog? Which would be really funny to do. Hello, I am A Hedgehog. Okay. Right, you're building this here, so you have no power. That's understandable because of these. Right, I need to get some more memories and stuff going for these guys now. Let's run a line across to there. Do them back here. We'll do both of them back here. So, we want a resource counter. And then I want to have another 2 there. And I want to have a memory counter there and there. You want to measure, let's do books first, 90%. Boom. And you want to measure paper. Boop. 90% copy paste. Okay, so this is the books high sensor. This is the books low sensor. This wants to be under 50%. So we have one inventory sensor which checks for books and triggers high when we're above 90%. We have one that also checks for books and triggers when it's below 50%. We then have a memory, which I shall rename to books memory, and it will enable when our books go low, and it will disable and reset when our books go high. And then these guys, which are all going to be set to books, will be automated on the book's memory. They're all disabled right now because this isn't built yet. But then what will happen here is, because they're set to automated, when our books drop below 50%, this will switch on, which will switch all these guys on. So all 4 of them will start running. Then when the books hit 90%, this will trigger resetting it, turning it off, which means they all stop. And then the books drop below 50%, they turn on, gets up to 90%, they turn off, so on and so forth. Excellent. Now, this is the same thing. So this is paper high. This one is paper low. And the low should be set to under 50% or whatever level you want. And the high is above 90%. And then the paper memory resets on the paper low, or starts on the paper low, activates, and then resets on paper high. And then the paper machines attached to the memory, copy, paste, 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 boom, and there you go. They're all paused because the memory isn't built yet. So once it gets built, these will be automated and will start running all on their own. I kind of want to pause the books, however, for the time being, because I don't really want the beavers doing that. I want the paper to be stored. This is empty now, so we can actually get rid of this, which is very nice. Oh, and we can get rid of that one. And we can put in a piece of dirt there. Buff. Nice, that's nice. You can't build them because they're too far away for the moment. That's fine. Okay, so you've done that one there. So we remove this and we replace it with a 2 deep explosive. Right, this has been exploded here. Excellent. We can't put the path in the this in yet. The road, because this would be where the power goes. Yeah, this will work. This will work. Okay, make that a priority. Come and get that. And then once you've blown that one up, we will take rid of this, and that needs to be a double as well there. Then we'll get rid of all these. Yep, and then we can rebuild stairs going up. We double. Yeah, because we have to go up to this edge here. So yeah. Come build that one, please. Come. Go, 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 go. Beavers run, beavers run. Bring the extract. Bring the chemicals of wonderfulness. Don't breathe them. Don't breathe them. Bad for your lungs. Build that. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Yes, build an explosive with a hammer. Excellent. Then you can be a high priority, and then you're the last one to do. Yay. Okay. We're ready. We're ready for explosives. Ready. Pause the game. We will detonate that one. That one. Don't detonate them. We want them. That one. That one. That one. And that one. All of those are detonated and ready to cook. So put the camera here somewhere. And kaboom! Yay! Awesome! Awesome! We loves it. We loves it. Okay, nice. Thank you very much for the raid again. I do hope you also have a very good weekend.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
There was an earth-shattering kaboom. Did you not feel it? Did the beavers not make the world move for you? Right, we can get rid of that guy as well. Let's remove some of this here as well, just to get rid of that little upper empty pot there. Oh, I should run a path along here. See, that'll do. Just to clear out those there. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I assume you're still working on these guys here as well. Yes, you are. No work's going on here. We don't care about that actually at the moment. Not all that important. Let's get rid of that path there. Ironically, the path here, I've messed up and put stuff in the way of it. So that is probably the path that will come down here, but we'll figure that out later. So that's fine. How are you doing? You have no goods in stock. That's okay. You've got dandelions, paper, and bread. Oh, we need paper for the herbalist as well. And we're 46 antidotes. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We want to fill this. Then we'll start redoing things. So many things. So the overall project, the overall idea of the project of this is that we're going to finish building this here and square off this area here. We have 4 types of crops. We have 2 here. We're going to have 1 crop here and 1 crop here, so they'll be mirrored over. I think I want to move the houses into the center here and here, because this will be longer here. So we'll move the houses in center maybe. The aquatic crops are going to go down here in their own little area down below, which will just be fed with good water. The bad tide will be run from this center along, or this source, all the way along to the edge of the map here and off the edge of the map. This one will be running below it because it is 3 tiles below. That will have its own source running along, both of them with power wheels in. And then here, I'm going to fill this up to each level of the height of this here. So it will come up to the edge here. So this will be the height for a block along here. And this will have trees in it. So we'll have chestnut trees for grilled chestnuts, oak for chopping down, maple for maple syrup, oak again for chopping down because you need more oak, and then pine for pine trees. So I might have to move this to be more centralized, which is kind of awkward because I haven't really left a space to run as it run the way down past the earth cultivator. I'm sure I could figure out a way to do that though. Sure we could get a zip line up here. So a zip line up here and maybe one here as well, and then go around the earth cultivator and then along to the center. Because if we're going to put the houses in the center here, I don't want the zip lines here. And then maybe it can go along, and then I can have a zip line on the side which goes up that way, and yeah. So the farms are here. We'll move these farms to over this side, and then the farms for these fields are on that side. So yeah, but that's going to be a long time. We're only playing once a week. It's going to be a month, 2 months maybe before we get this done. And I'm playing without mods, no mods on this map. It's just a long haul every Thursday. We're just going to chill out and play for a bit. It's fine. Unless something dramatic happens and I can start streaming way more than I am before, then yeah. Yeah. Okay. Detonate that, detonate that. Beautiful, beautiful. Delete all of that. Up the priority of all of the stuff in here. Not that you can actually do that, yeah. So yeah. You beat Sonic Adventure. Awesome. Awesome. Look like, yes, you did say it's Abraham Hedgehog. Yes, and I was making the joke I should rename myself to A Hedgehog. So I can be A Hedgehog. Ma. I hope nothing dramatic happens, but dramatic can be fun as well as terrifying. So we want good drama. Yeah, a hedgehog. Aha! You made my top hat 8-bit. How could you? How could you? Why is my tracking not tracking when I wave my head? Oh, because I'm looking sideways. Look at my glorious 8-bit head. 8-bit. It doesn't really change much. I don't even know how I got to this point of wearing this top hat and the moustache. What was I? Yeah, I don't know. We all know what happened to Lincoln. Yeah, he became a vampire hunter. Yeah. Became a vampire hunter, and it was awesome. April Fool's. We was talking about, because I was thinking of renaming myself to something else. Now you can't even see me. And something to do with a top hat. It was something to do with a top hat, and I went through VTube Studio to look for a top hat and found a mustache instead. I went, I stick a mustache on.
Hello there.
Hello there. So yeah, so it was something like that, but oh, excuse me. Oh, there. That one tree is still surviving, and the one little pine tree still surviving, still going strong. The brave little tree. The model used to change the building system. Improve UI. Yeah, because I hate this build menu being in the center. It gets right in the way when you're trying to do stuff. Especially if you're doing something with was it the bakery? Yeah, the bakery. And then you get that. Look at that. Look how much real estate space that's taking up. Over half the screen. Just on tooltips. So yeah, but it's there's T improve and T improve UI. So yeah, that should not be there. That is bad. There should be an option built into Timberborn that lets you do that. Right, what did I mess up here? Oh, planks. Paper. Messed up planks. Right, okay. I'm going to pause the books. For the moment, let's refill the paper. Go. We've got more logs as well being stored over here. So the chopper downers are going to be going mad for that. That should be the first thing we do, is actually get the trees in. Because otherwise I'll run out of wood and that will wreck everything. But for that we need lots of dirt. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I've also just had another mod for the latest playthrough of extended zip lines, I think it's called. It lets your zip line stations and things have 4 connections instead of 2, which is so much better. So much better. None of this, like, where will I go with it? It's like, I'll have one here and I'll have one over here. And they can connect all to the central point. So much better. Don't know why that isn't default in the game. Or at least 3. I would have thought the stations should have had, like, 3 or 4 connections. And maybe the beams and the towers... these only have 2. That would have been fine. And the stations you can have 4. I don't know why they chose to do 2. I thought there was some limitation because of the pathing system, but then I realized the pathing system can have 4 connections. So yeah, not sure. Not sure what they were thinking of that. Oh, excuse me, cough. Oh. Yeah, you need a central place where you'd have like 3 or 4 zipline stations to go off into. So this goes to the north, this goes to the east, so on and so forth. But with that mod, you can have every station can connect to 4, and every pylon connects to 4 as well. So you can have it come out and then it splits to it. So it makes building much more streamlined, because you haven't got to have this weird connections here. I could have, you know, instead of it's going 2 directions, I could have another one over here, go 3rd direction, one up here. You can just do so much more with it. So much more with it. So, yeah. Boop, boop. Okay. But speaking of zipline stations, let's get another one in. This playthrough is actually mod free. I decided to do Timberborn 1.0 completely mod free. Bump. Bump. Build that so you can get up there, because we need to do stuff in here. Not fussed about trying to seal the edges off from it, because I'm really not bothered about that. We are going to I'll leave that down there. Just need to do yeah, 2. Do that. Let's not do that. That's not a good idea. Don't do the overhang. Don't do the overhang. We could do the overhang, but I need to fill this hole in, because it's supposed to be up at this level. So this needs filling in down here. Which means you guys need to go. So let's get that full and get these to twig. Then we'll fill this bad tied up, and then we'll probably get rid of you for a moment. I could always move you over to here. Oh, I have no spare beavers. Wow. Either I had a big die off or something. Oh yeah, the metal kicked in and the planks kicked in. So yeah. Right. Okay. So the first wheel will go in right next to it, obviously. There. Which means that's 1, 2, 3. So the next wheel goes in there. We have power connected like this with the power lines in between. We have the windmills that go on top, like that. And then we're going to have these guys be over here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then I'll turn that around. Actually, no, not there. Not there. Starting from the very first one, which will be here. So there should be there, which I can't do there because you're in the way for that. So, yeah, because this will be there with 2 in between it and a windmill on top, which we can't do because the zipline station is there. Maybe we won't do the first wheel. Maybe we'll start here with the wheel. Or could I start a bit further back and just have a... put 2 levies in here to seal it off for the minute, blow this up, move the wheels back, start a bit closer. Might be an idea. So let's remove all of these at the moment. So let's say I did that. So that means that the first vertical power shaft goes there, 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 there. Oh, I need to build the water wheels first, don't I? Like that. Although we can build on that wall there, so that's fine. We can put windmills that side as well, so we can have windmills on both sides. The only problem to that is getting to it to build it, because it's awkward to get beavers in there to do it. But what I do, if I remove all of these in between, we can reach over and not worry about it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th one will go there. Okay, that's fine. And then the batteries will go here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. And then we skip that one. So there'll be a double gap in between that one. Like that. Which means I actually want to get rid of this road here. Well, up to that point there. Because this needs to be up by 1, doesn't it? Because the power line... It needs to do that, doesn't it? It doesn't need to go all the way down. And then you would go in between there. But I don't want to build them yet because... we could do this. Which is a little... well... odd, to say the least. But, do you know what? I like the look of it. I like the look of doing that. Like that. And then what we do is in these areas, we have to blow up trenches for the batteries to go down into. Like that. And the batteries will fall down. So we keep blowing them up all the way down till we get to them. Hence why we have a gap in between, because then beavers can walk up in between here, examine things, and then yeah. So that's fine. We could put the batteries back to back, but then the spacing wouldn't look right in my eyes, because there's a 3 wide connection. So let's do this. I put the levees in there just to have that power there. It's fine. I could move this to actually be on the end, which would probably make a bit more sense to actually move it to be on the end there. And then the road would go along there like that. That would make a bit more sense to move it to there, because then they're coming at the end rather than be there. That might be in the way of stuff, but it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. We want to blow this up here anyway, don't we? So let's do that. Bloop and bloop. So I want to do that as well. I need to get rid of that. Can I set this? I can't destroy these. You can no longer destroy these. So I need to put in a guy harvesting this. I do that. There we go. Okay. Go, 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 go. And then we just need to run power from this. Well, because this one will have another run as well from here along. We'll have the same thing. It won't have the batteries connected to it because they're going to be on the top line. But this will have wheels in it and the windmills if we can. The windmills might just be on one side though and not the other, because there's no space on the other side. But it will have to have power lines that connect to it somehow, and then the power lines will have to come down to this, which is fine. Which is fine. But it's going to take a long while for us to get that done. We have a drought started. That's okay. Right. Can I have you actually connect to depth sensor 3, apparently? Let's just rename you to pump depth center. Boom, there you go. We'll let you guys pump out here. Then I'm going to delete you. Delete everything inside here. That's two separate actual areas. There's two separate places now, so yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. However, it is 2:20 in the morning, and I feel I require some sleep. I need to seal this off as well, don't I? Could we do that now? Oh, I need to get in there. I need to physically get in there. No. Up this priority. Okay. So I'm going to remove you now. Yes. And then remove you. Might let some water pour over. I don't know. It's absolutely fine if it does. I don't want to detonate you yet because there's still so much water, but I need to let this drain out of some water because I can't do anything about it. Because I need to put up that. So you're going to pour over. And it's fine. Yep, the river's going to dry up and then all our crops are going to stop working. Should have probably waited for this to go down further. Bit late now. Oh well, we're okay for food. Yeah, we're okay for food. That's fine. I've got these other ones here. I could always double up to carrots and potatoes and things. So, yeah, that is fine. Yeah. Okay. Happy Easter. Good Friday. I don't think Jesus would agree. Why is it a Good Friday? I died. How could you? Right. Yeah, let's just destroy this. Just be gone. Water, be gone. Go. Enjoy. Splash, splash, splash. Sploosh, sploosh, splash, splash, splash. And then we super other priority of that side and don't worry so much about the insides there. I need to get down in there to do that, don't I? Right, let's put in a buggy there. Okay, we're going to build all on top. Actually, I don't need to. I just realised we're going to build all on top of them. Like that. And then we're going to build another one of you guys there. But actually, let's do that instead. Let's copy these and put two in like this. And then have a path in the center that then spreads out. Yeah, so our crops are going to die. That's the problem. They can deal with it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll build this out here. We want to build this all out all the way over here, but we just need to do this to stop the bad tide coming in here when it comes back. But it should be fine because the good water will pour out anyway and push it away, so shouldn't be a problem. This is gonna have to be right. Let's make this a super low priority. Yeah, I want it done, but not right now. There's other things that they're doing instead. Let's make all this up here a low priority. Can I reach it? Well, no you can. Nothing to do in range. You've cleared that already. Excellent. Well done. Roger those, get those. Cool, cool, cool. Dynamite, double, single. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Right. This is the priority. This wall here is the priority. I need you to build this wall within 3.5 days. Will they build the wall? Will they find out? Will we find out next time? Yes, we will find out next time, because I am going to stop right now. 2:30 in the morning. Boom. Save. Yay. Okay. Okay. Zoom. Zoom. Yes. I have my hat on. Very good. Rah. Indeed. Indeed. With my terrible, very edgy rim. So, rah. Bonk. Yay. So, yes. Okay. We shall do this one here. And we shall come back to Timberborn next week, and we'll just play every week and chill out and enjoy for many weeks to come, because it's going to be a while. But yeah, tomorrow we're back with Bureaucrat. I'm planning to start earlier, about 3 p.m. my time. We will play for a couple of hours, and I'm not going to do a break double stream, but there will be a break in between for food, because I will want food at some point. And yeah, so if that's okay with you, Elaine, we shall start playing early and then stop. I don't know what, about 6:30, 7 o'clock is my plan. So play for like 3-4 hours, stop, have some food, and then come back and play some more. Yeah. And I might not be the dapper hedgehog today. I might not be a hedgehog. Haha, I might be just normal hedgehog. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Let me go and see if there's anyone we can send you over to. Is there anybody playing Timberborn? There's usually a lot of people playing Timberborn. But is there anyone I can send you over to who's doing it? Oh, so Kool-Aid is playing Timberborn today. So I think we'll send you over to him. Can we also get him on YouTube? I think he does multi-stream. There he is. Boom. Awesome. We shall go and raid Sir Kool-Aid, who is an awesome upcoming Timberborn player and plays all the sorts of games that I play. So fantastic. More power. So yeah. Awesome. Nice. So we shall do that. So double hedgehog raid going over to there. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again, and I hope you can see me next time. And until then, as always, have fun.